So today I'm probably going to just add fuel to one of the most baffling things that we argue about in this field. So let's get into it. You see, there's something I'm trying to figure out. Every time I post a video that has an infinite loop in it, something happens. Now, most of you know that there are two different ways that we generally implement infinite loops. You can use a while loop like this, or you can use a for loop like this. And when I post a loop that looks like this, people say this. And when I post a loop that looks like this, people say this. So today I'm just seeking understanding. I'm trying to understand this. Maybe you can help me because there are so many things we could talk about, so many issues that come up. And for some reason, this is something that people really like to argue about. So if you think you have a good theory and can explain it, pause the video, go down to the comments. I got a pinned comment down there and just put your opinion down there. Who knows, maybe that'll help give some clarity to this whole picture. But now for those of you that don't just want to argue but really want an answer, I have a couple of options. The first option is I could just sigh really loudly and say it doesn't matter. It really, really doesn't matter how you implement your infinite loops. And we could just end the video there, but that's really not my style, so I wanted to empirically take a look at these two different approaches and see if there is a meaningful difference. So let's look at the code. Okay, so here I have two simple programs. They simply just increment a counter forever every second and print out its value. I also have a simple make file in here, really nothing fancy there. It just compiles these. The only difference between these programs is that one uses a for style infinite loop and the other uses a while style infinite loop. That's it. Everything else is identical. And at first I was thinking, hey, we could just have two programs and we could compile them and time them and see which one is faster, because that's one of the prevailing theories I sometimes hear is people say that one is faster than the other. But then I thought, first, before I go to all the effort, let's just look at the assembly code and see what the difference is, because maybe we don't even need to run it. Maybe we can just see the difference in the assembly. And so you notice that I had my make file basically just generate assembly code for each of these programs. And so let's generate this assembly and take a look. And don't worry, I know that many of you haven't seen assembly before. Others of you may have an allergic reaction to assembly code. Don't worry, we're not going to be writing any assembly today. I just want to look at it. So let's take a look. Here's the assembly for our for loop version. Let's split the screen. We can look at it side by side with the while loop assembly right here. Okay, so if we look down here, and let's just scroll down to our loop section. So this is the part of our code that runs the loop. And we'll take a look, and I'll give you a second to just look at this. But what you're going to notice if we look at this part, this is the generated code for our loop. You'll notice that Clang, which is the compiler I'm using, generated identical code. Not similar, not comparable, not roughly the same. If I run diff on these two files, it will find zero differences. And that's because Clang knows that it really doesn't matter how you write your infinite loops. But, I know there's a few of you out there saying, but it's not all about performance, Jacob. And I know, and that's why we're going to talk about the arguments really quick. So argument number one is that while true is more readable. And I actually buy this one especially for beginners. When you first start out, while true really makes sense. You're just saying while something is true and it's always, true is always true. So while true, we're just going to do this forever. So I think while true is really easy for beginners to think about semantically. The meaning of this code is pretty clear. A for loop with two semicolons, not so much. Okay, so that's 1 point for the while loop. Argument number two, and this is something that you're going to hear from a bunch of different software tools out there. I'm not sure why. The most notable is PCLint, and PCLint will warn you anytime it sees while true, saying that the for alternative is more conventional and less error prone because it has no values in it. And PCLint, as much as I respect you, I would really have to see some data on both these claims. I see while true just as often as I see the for example, and it really doesn't seem very error prone. Yes, there is a value in here, but if someone redefines true, I mean, that's the real risk here is someone might redefine true and that could throw things off. If someone redefines true, you probably have much bigger problems than this loop not ever running. So really, I don't buy that argument. Now, argument three, actually, those two are really the only arguments that I hear these days. I used to hear people say that the for version generated more efficient code. We've just disproved that, at least for Clang. Maybe it was true once, but it's not anymore. And maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's another argument out there. I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments if I did. If my math's correct, the score right now is 1-0 for while, so I guess I'm favoring the while alternative. If you want to be kind to new programmers, use while true because it is semantically a little easier for them to understand. If you don't care about new programmers, or you just don't like change and you're like, I've been using the for alternative my entire career and it just doesn't matter, that's really okay. The new programmers will catch on. They'll figure it out pretty quick. And for you new programmers out there, now you've seen this video, so you won't be confused by this for version of the infinite loop. And I do have one more request, just as a public service to the community. From now on, anytime you hear people fighting about this, or just anytime you hear people fussing about infinite loop syntax, I want you to do one thing for me. And it's really simple. All I want you to do is look at them and sadly shake your head. Practice with me. It's the little things, my friends. We might just make this world a better place. Hey, thanks for watching. Check out my other videos. Even if you didn't like this one, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. And until then, I'll see you later.